Hey guys, welcome back to Think Beautiful, the channel where I talk all about Harry and Meghan. And today is a special Halloween episode because these two have the scariest marriage ever. I have to say, look at these two, they can't even look at each other. Harry would rather look at the ground. Look at the dirt on the ground rather than Meghan, who looks like she's dressed up to go horse riding or something like that. But these two took their kids to a local pumpkin patch. Now, they have to get into the spirit of it because, of course, Megan's got some new products coming and she wants to sell them. And there could be something festive in there, or maybe she wants to do something with spice or pumpkins or something. Who knows? I still can't see any other items on the website apart from the Brute, which I showed you yesterday. But of course, they have to go as a family and make us think that they're all so happy. But the body language speaks volumes. Now, Megan, of course, had to put out a reel. So we got a reel. We got Harry doing his thing with a pumpkin. Now, I thought he was meant to be good at art. Didn't he study art? And he's completely useless at it. So I get it's not easy, but Harry, you've certainly lost your touch if you ever had it. And with every reel that comes out, Meghan has to back it up with a People magazine article because here we go. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet go pumpkin picking in family video shared by Meghan Markle. Like it's literally the most boring reel, not actually her most boring, there have been worse ones, but it doesn't need an article to accompany it. The only points they spoke about were these here. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry visited a pumpkin patch with their two kids, yada, yada, yada. Meghan shared a video of the family outing. Yes, we get it. It was on Instagram. And Harry carved some pumpkins. Oh, and Doria showed up at the end. So we finally saw Doria. We haven't seen her for a while now. And she seems to be back in the picture. But I do think that this People magazine article has missed out a very special guest because there was someone else there on that day. It wasn't just the family. Now, before we get to that though, just look at this body language. It is shocking. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means, but look at that. They could not be standing further away. They're a good two pumpkins apart from each other. I can literally use the pumpkins to measure how much they hate each other. So, why would they want this out there? Couldn't they have just stepped together just for one photo? I mean, it's just ridiculous, but I don't think things are going well over there. That's my opinion. I'm just looking at the body language. Now, of course, we got plenty of images of the backs of the kids' heads as usual. Here's Meghan pulling Lily in a little wagon. She probably doesn't even know that she's in there because we know she's not very attentive to her kids. I mean, this could have been the first day they all spent together in like 3 months or something. And we, of course, had Harry here doing his best impression of like an evil stepmother or something. I'm sure he made some ridiculous joke. It wouldn't surprise me. And here's Lily, just looks like she's wearing pajamas, I'm just going to say. But this article seems to have missed someone very important, as I mentioned. And look who was there. It's good old Uncle Marcus. Uncle Marcus. Marcus Anderson was in the house. Literally, he was in the house in Montecito and he was joining in the family festivities. Why is Marcus all of a sudden in the picture? And I don't mean just in the background. This guy is front row center. Of course, Meghan can have as many friends as she likes if she could ever find any. That's great. But Marcus is very much in your face right now. So I want to know your thoughts on this. Why has he suddenly popped up? Because, I mean, he's even standing there with Archie. Archie obviously calls him Uncle Marcus. So they're all besties over there. He's part of the family. But he was just with Meghan in Paris. Like, literally, no one else wanted to go with her. He sat next to her. He tried to hold it down while she mocked some poor model on the runway, making an ass of herself as ever. And then, of course, he followed her all the way back to New York and he was sitting right next to her. So it's just bizarre. He's basically traveling with her. Is he like the new PA or something? What is going on? Or has she lost a key staffer and he has been able to step in? I just don't understand this. I don't understand the dynamic between them. But when I see the three of them together, it just makes me feel so awkward. And I mean awkward for Harry. I certainly don't feel sorry for him, but I can see how that would not feel great for him. Now, Meghan and Markle's have been together forever. Look how young they both look here. What actually happened to them? But they've always been around. He's always been in the background. Here they are at the Invictus Games. And the other weird time he showed up was here at the South by Southwest Festival in Texas when Meghan Markle, this is last year, she got up on stage and she told everyone how awful social media is and just all the usual stuff. But she was wearing a very interesting outfit. And literally 6 days later, look at her, she knows exactly what she's doing. 6 days later, after smashing social media on this panel, she launched her own brand on social media, American Riviera Orchard, basically wearing the tablecloth that she used in her logo here. Look at that. It's exactly the same color. That is not a coincidence. She sat up there smirking, and Marcus Anderson was in on it. He's always in on it. He knows way too much. But seeing him next to Harry, I just felt like, gosh, Harry's just a nobody in this relationship. That's just my opinion. But guys, I want to know your thoughts. Why is Marcus suddenly showing up at high profile events? Paris Fashion Week is high profile. This humanitarian event, well, it's not actually high profile because no humanitarians were actually in attendance, but it was certainly something that hit the news. And then, of course, today he's carving pumpkins and zero interaction with Harry. So let me know what you think about all of this. And here is Meghan Markle from her Tig days. Just a little throwback for you. You can see nothing's really changed. She's still doing ridiculous things. I mean, it's just the Tig all over again. This whole as ever, it's such a waste of time. But let me know your thoughts on this debacle. I want to know why Marcus is hanging around and what does Harry think about all of this? Because he is absolutely coming off as the third wheel in this relationship. He looks like the thing that doesn't belong. I mean, he certainly doesn't belong in Montecito. We all know that. But in this relationship, where does he fit? And what does Marcus know? I would love Marcus to write a tell all. I almost want Meghan to completely ditch him, just as it appears she has done with Daniel Martin. Maybe they could come up with a book together. I don't know, but I would absolutely read it. Maybe throw in a bit of a Jess as well. But guys, thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe, and I will keep these videos coming. Thank you guys. Bye.